And
Okay.
it is Funky Uncle Live. What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing today, man?
Not much.
Good,
Okay.
good. Can everybody
We
hear me?
go.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just gotta remember how to
Okay.
get
Well,
back on this.
I like
All right,
I'd
sorry
like
about
to
that.
introduce everybody to the Funky Uncle Show. Um, we try to meet during the week, but hey, we do it when we can, man. But glad y'all could join us, man, and feel free to like, share, subscribe to the channel, the Russo Gian channel. We'll try to come here every Wednesday night and sometimes on the weekends. Also, I have my sports channel, GQB Sports Channel. I usually do content over there on the weekends, so check me out over there. I'm a Chicago Bears fan, so we talking Bears and sports stories about athletes, and it's a lot of them today. So I'll be doing that this Saturday night if y'all can join in. But I have a panel of guests for the Funky Uncles, and I'll let them introduce themselves, starting with to my right. Go ahead, Josh. Introduce yourself, and
Uh, Hello, everybody. My name is Josh.
let the audience know a little something about you.
And he did last week. He did his first start. But now all eyes in the NFL are on him. Hey,
Go
So
ahead,
I'm just
bro.
coming. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said I'm here. You know what I'm saying? My name is Josh. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming in here. You know what I'm saying? It's Big Six. So
He sound like he the new kid in class. I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
Josh. I'm from
Yeah,
Holly Hill, and I like basketball.
yeah. Please understand this. You know what I'm saying? My name is Big Six. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on here is not gonna call me by my nickname. They're gonna say, "Yo, Josh, how you doing?" and stuff like that. They're not gonna call me by my nickname, so it's cool and everything. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep everything funky, uncle. You know what I'm saying? You know, yo,
Let me throw on a hat. Let me throw on a funky uncle hat.
yeah, yeah.
Throw on a
Go ahead,
funky
Quan.
uncle.
yeah, test the test. You can hear me loud and clear.
Gotcha.
All
Loud and
right,
clear, bro.
all right. Name is Kwame Wright, aka Circle K.
Circle
Um,
K.
yeah,
huh?
Circle K. Yeah, grew up in the little city of Walterboro. I think Walterboro probably gonna end up being the capital. All this stuff going on there.
Yo, don't say that. You hadn't been there in a while, huh?
Walterboro will probably end up being the capital of South Carolina. But other than that, I'm one of the low profile components of the Funky Uncles. I reside in Nashville, Tennessee. Just doing it. What I do is listen, speak my mind, give my opinion. What I do for a living, I'm a training coordinator for Amazon, and also I went back in government contracting. So that's what I do.
That's, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Last but not least, the brains behind the operation. Ooh,
I guess we did. I
what's
guess
up,
we
Drew?
pinky he the brain, right?
What say
Who we
you,
talking
Drew?
about?
He's talking about you, man.
Oh, you.
Yo,
Woo.
everybody, you know it's your funky Uncle Drew. You know what it is. I've been promoting this show for over a year now. And hold on. While I'm talking, let me go ahead and do this here, and this here, and this here. Shout out. Okay. And let me do this here, and this here. I done figured something out. I done figured something out. So
What you
Figure
got,
we
out
go.
man?
this.
I figured out how to get back because I was
Yeah, figure
loaded up and couldn't get back. Okay, so yeah, this is man Funky Uncle Drew. Been here before. We've been doing this for over a year. Now we've come to uh, allowing the Facebook audience to catch us live. So you might have missed it before, but now no excuses. We started this as a
Right.
man's channel. We wanted to make sure we empower. each other as brothers. At the same time, we're not trying to coddle you. We know that we can be wrong. We've accepted our mortality and ability to err. So don't come on here thinking just because you a man talking trash that against whatever is right. We don't do that. We gonna hold everybody accountable, and we gonna be that iron that sharpens iron.
Hey
Absolutely.
Drew.
You
I wanna say this. I don't know if OG and Kwame know. Ed, our brother Ed is dealing with a real bad situation right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna send prayers to him. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Word.
Word. He announced to us that he got cancer. He battling with it. Yeah.
I
You know
didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh man,
Damn.
not the brother Ed.
Dude, he said it in the message.
What message? I must have missed that.
Yeah, he said in the message he was going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's going through some real bad. You know what I'm saying? Him and his family trying to get stuff. So you know, just send prayers to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I thought you saw it. I thought you saw it.
I might have glanced at. I
Word,
might have had
man.
something
Let's
going on.
keep Ed and his
and
family
get
in
back
prayer,
to it.
man. You know,
Yeah,
damn.
Because he
definitely.
Sorry to hear that.
He came on for that episode we did. You remember? OG, you was on there. We were talking about OJ Simpson, and then we were talking about people on drugs that are Wilt Chamberlain getting 10,000 bitches, and then we was.
Lord have mercy.
Correction, he ain't say the other. He said switches. That's what he said. Switches.
Big Six, remember you on Facebook Live, bro.
He said switches.
You on Facebook Live. Just wanted to throw that out there for you.
Okay, I'll take that
back. You can't put the crap back in the horse, man.
You got 10,000 females.
Facebook laws a little different over there.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. All right.
But Drew, you want to introduce your topic question for the night, bro?
Go ahead, bro. I'm over here eating. You already know. Go ahead and let them know what we were talking about earlier.
Well, yeah, I hope it's in the title. Dark energy at any age, arrested development. Give you a little context. This is the topic question for the night. Have you ever, or do you, in the past, have you realized that when you run into certain people or even family members, right away you can tell what energy they're coming with, what kind of thoughts, and by what they say and how they say it, what perspective they're coming from, and you can pick up on it and still have the conversation, but you notice, like, damn, during the conversation they'll either raise their voice or show that they're getting emotional, because let's just face it, we as a black people, we show our emotions, man, sometimes too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for a lot of us to hide our emotions, especially when we're passionate about something. But right away you can tell it's dark energy, man, coming from a place where, say, the past 20 years they show no growth. And I've ran into several people like this, man. You know what I mean? And bad mouthing people, just you know, putting out the narratives that they don't like them and why they don't like them. Something could happen 20, 25 years ago. They'll bring it up as a reference point to kind of fit the narrative of why they're still mad at the situation now. But I just wanted to give you a little context to it. But do you ever run into people like that with dark energy and feel like they hadn't grown in the last 10 or 15 years? I like to call it arrested development, but you know, you run into people like that. All right.
I ran. It was a guy that I was real cool with. Like, I consider him my best friend when I was at I was in college. You know what I'm saying? We was good for 10 years. And I used to always, every time I get around him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I felt safe, but I used to always have to give him advice and stuff like that. So man, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just and he used to always get upset with me when he said, "Man, you hate," and I said, "Yo, I don't feel good about it." And a situation happened, and I told him, I said, "Man, don't go out, don't go." And he said, "Man, I gotta do it. He ended up going to jail, going to prison, and when he got out. When I met him, the first thing he said, "Man, why you hit me up while I was in lockdown?" I said, "Dog, I tried to warn you."
Yeah, some people just hard headed though, man. You know.
Yeah, I tried. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you cool. We gonna do dirt, but at the same time, it's a different type of dirt.
Right. He may be in some other shit that I ain't into.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with you. I fuck with you, but not my language. I mess with you. But, sorry, Mark.
Facebook FBI looking for you, bro.
I mess with you, but at the same time, dog, you in some other dirt. I can't do this. And you cannot. And then the thing that hurt the thing that hurt my heart was that I was friends with this dude for almost 10 years, and then when he got out of prison, and he said, "Man, you know what I'm saying, you a traitor, you know what I'm saying, you ain't look at me and stuff like that." And I said, "Bro, I cannot help you." My thing is like this: if you go to jail. And you know what I'm saying, if it's no fault to your own, I would check up on you. But if you had a warning or something like that, nah, I ain't checking up on
you. Yeah, you hard headed, don't know how to act. They got a place for your donkey acting ass. So yeah.
I don't know. Just to piggyback. Go ahead, Paul. Yeah, just to piggyback on that, you know, it's just you know how it goes with the family. You know, the thing is, we can be a crutch to them, or they can be a crutch to us. So you got to, you know, evaluate your situation, your surrounding, and again, you know when they're coming with the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? You know who's going to try to spend your money and save theirs, and so they'll have it for their money, you know, for a rainy day for save. But what I was saying about being a crutch, so I'm using me as an example. You know, I move away from home for several reasons. You know, I'm not going to hit all of them, but the main reason is the crutch part, because if I'm there and people assume that I got it, but I don't got it, you know what I'm saying? I just budget. And so like, "Man, you driving that X, Y, Z, you know, let me hold something." So I'm like this. I'm like, I'm sitting there looking at them. And so the key word is, can I borrow? So when you borrow, that means you got the intent to give it back. Okay. Can I hold something? You're gonna hold it for.
We know what black people mean when they say borrow something. Let's be honest.
So you let me hold something, that means you're gonna give it, you know, it's the same thing as gonna give it back to you. Or can you give this to me? You know what I'm saying? So you know, saying that is just that you know, it's just that I'm breaking down everything, and I always keep a mental note of everybody, you know what I'm saying, who I deal with in my life. I mean, I got some people that didn't care for me because they didn't know me. So that's the thing. But once we get older, we get mature, we being men, we put our pride to the side, because, you know, back then, you know, somebody can whisper something in your left ear, and then you're going to keep it in the middle of your mind. And then next thing you know, you got some kind of ill will against this individual. If it's something about the clout, either you that person in school, or, you know, you got a nice car, your family got money, people just try to find any kind of reason to hate you. But the thing is this, you know, our biggest thing as black men, you know, is pride. Because we never was taught that in the household. I mean, come on, can you sit back and say, hey, when you see your uncle, your grandfather, or any male figure in your family, just cry? You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and cry. You know, you never seen that. So now, you know, I know I'm probably getting off the path for what I'm talking about, but now it's like everything is exposed. You know, same thing like mental health. Man, mental health was back there. Since then, we knew what it was, but now they're just commercializing, mental health. If one incident, I was joking around and I yelled, during a meeting, and I got a chat, a Slack, like a text. Say, hey, you okay? You need to take LOA. I mean, a leave of absence. I said, for what? You know what I'm saying? For
Do I
what?
get paid for it?
Nah, you don't get paid for it. But I'm
Oh
like, yo,
man.
it's, people, we're black, we're boisterous. We, what I'm saying? We got our own, language, or, our, how we talk to people and stuff like that. Some people cannot adapt, but we know what we talk about. Like what
Right.
Jay said, what Johnny said a few minutes ago. When Black said, let me hold something, we already know what time it is. So,
I already know what time it is.
so
Yeah.
you know what
Yep.
I mean.
Yeah.
So, but the main thing is this. You gotta learn to have your own backbone. You gotta stand on your own two legs. You're gonna walk. Once you walk, same thing. I'm using an analogy. You got two parents, or you ain't gotta be parents, but a family member, and you're an infant, and they're sitting there helping you, guiding you to walk. Once you take that 1 or 2 steps, you fall down. And then you get up again and you start walking. Once you start walking on your own, you don't need no help no more.
Yeah.
You don't need no help no more.
Right.
That help is out the window. Now you may get, probably get fatigued because we're not used to walking those steps. So yeah, we're gonna throw our hands up and say, hey, pick me up and put me on the hip or something. You know what I'm saying? But still, again, how time come back around full circle.
Yeah.
We started off learning to walk, somebody guiding us. And then we get into that age, we start crawling, we walking, we running. And then now we're going downhill now. So we're not running as fast as we used to run. We're not walking as fast as we used to walk, excuse me. And then now we got walkers now to help us, somebody, independent of having your own walker now. So it's going back downhill. So it's just how everything revolving. Like they say, you start off in Pampers, you may end up in Pampers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Kwame,
yeah.
Kwame, I ain't gonna lie to
No,
you.
let Drew got to give his initial thought. Josh,
yeah.
let Drew go ahead. Go ahead, Drew, and give us your initial thought
Go
on
ahead.
the topic question.
Um.
Do black people? Do you run into people? I'm gonna rephrase the question real quick
Okay.
for the audience.
Okay.
The topic question. See, these niggas got me laughing, man. The topic question is: dark energy comes in any age, and really, Drew came up with an excellent question. And do you run into anybody, even family members, that have arrested development? Meaning, since they're still on some bullshit from 1991, you know what I'm saying? On some bullshit like that. So, what say you, Drew?
On the real though, it's I saw it recently, like I was telling G earlier, but I'm sure anybody out there watching, they can agree that they've run into somebody. If you're old enough, young people, you can't say from way back in the crib and you're only 14, but anyway, but you run into somebody who has the same mindset that you remember from 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. 30, 35, 40 years ago. Then with the arrested development, it's okay. So you're going to complain a lot of times about things that you should be able to handle. But the fact that you have not mentally evolved, or mentally you have not matured, that's a better word. The fact that you have not matured makes it where these simple things seem to be a problem. And I see it a lot with us who want to have some type of spotlight. Someone who wants to say something just to be heard without having any thought into what they're saying. They just want, okay, well, people are going to listen to me when I say X, Y, Z, so I'm going to say it. And unfortunately, the negative energy will get more recognition than positive energy. So the more negative that you can be, and you learn that in what middle school. You can do something, the people who were bad, I mean, maybe it's subconscious in some points, and sometimes it is in your face, But you know, the people, everybody remembers, oh, you didn't mess with that joker back in middle school or high school. That joker could fight. You know, you didn't mess with, oh, that joker there in high school, that joker could dress. Like that has anything to do with the type of person you are. Oh, that type of person has. When are we going to grow out of who people used to be and get into who they are? That's that part of the arrested development that's crippling us. You can't move past
Right.
certain instances.
Yeah.
And sometimes
if I
people are
may
bitter. They
interject
carry that
and-
bitterness on.
Yeah, and you see it, man, and you know, you think at our age, and we close to 50, if not 50 and over. At our age, that tells you the mindset, bro. The mindset, and they may have been successful, you know, years after high school, but they still come with that negative bullshit, condescending energy, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know exactly what you're talking about. So let me ask you this: you think, or what y'all think about this? As a community, not as individuals, but as a community, do you think that the reason why we haven't progressed as a community is less about white supremacy and more about infighting with each other and being jealous and, you know, backstabbing with each other? Don't you think they're kind of equivalent? If you're gonna blame that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to agree with you, OG, because if you sit back and look back the community, think about this. How many of these young people are selling their parents, their grandparents' land? Why is all these houses getting built? You know what I'm saying? You know, the communities get built, this land is getting built and stuff like that. Because they want the money, and they're taking it because the thing that hurt my heart right now, my wife showed me all her family land that got sold by her family members. And I was like, you cannot be serious. And she showed me that after we went to a funeral on last week. That was, I was like, they sold all this? They said, yeah, the white man came and offered them a check, and they just say, bump it, we're going to take this and ride. I said, this 40 acres. 40 acres.
So Josh, so with that, and this the thing, you gotta understand that the older generation, they believe in keeping their property. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By any means. So the younger generation, you saw the millenniums, you know, they look at the money. They look at what they can a quick turnaround. You know, they're not being taught basic trade like how we was in school. We had shop and we had brick mason, and all these other trades. They're not being, you know, economics, home ec and all that stuff, but they're not being taught that way now. So they don't know the value of the property. The only thing they see the flashy things, food goals, you know, everything shine and glitter and gold. So that's what they're about.
Right.
So the thing is about the land, you know, the thing about land, you got to also go back straight in the community, the county government, because understand, you know, the value of dollar went up, taxes going up. So, you know, of course they're going to put that money on the property. And, you know, you look at it, you can't afford to pay the taxes on these property. So, you know, and upkeep of these property or whatsoever. So, you know, that's the quick fix for them to do. Now, as a whole, as a community get together, like this young lady and her family in Atlanta, I think they bought what, like 100 acres or something like that. Flex, you read about that?
Oh, the town in Georgia.
Yeah.
They're up to, last I checked, they were up to about 52 acres.
So 52 acres. So that's the thing, you know, and they're creating generation wealth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a hit and miss in certain communities, a hit and miss in certain families. You know, it's just that. But the thing is, it's called generation curses. So you gotta be that one to stop, you know, break the mold, break the curse. from the generation. Because if not, it's going to recycle the same way.
The only thing
Hello?
is that I'm saying the only thing is that it's in Utahville, South Carolina. Utahville,
Mhm.
South Carolina. Utahville, South Carolina is pretty much is like the countryside of Walterboro and stuff like that. Y'all,
Hell
I
yeah,
mean,
country.
yeah. You got Utahville,
That's
you
where
got
Doc's
Hollywood,
from.
yeah, you got Utahville, you got Holly Hill, you got Vance, you got Santee, you got Walterboro, you got them countryside. My whole thing is all you got to do is just, I understand it's hard and stuff like that, but 40 acres. And the thing that, what I'm saying, I was riding through it and I was like, they sold all this land for what? And then she said they sold it for $100,000. I said, what? They sold for $1 million? Yes, they sold for $100,000.
40,
They sold for
40
yes,
acres
yes,
for 100 stacks.
yes. I'm
Damn,
lying. Yeah. Like all jokes aside, like I went to the funeral with my wife because it's her family and stuff like that. I'm trying to support her and stuff like that. And then when she, let's go through, ride through, and she telling me all this information, I said they sold all this land for $100,000, and I'm looking at her, and like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I'm looking in the back seat at Mariah and Michaela. I said this could be y'all shit.
See, nowadays, and this is like we
Yeah.
were talking about earlier, G, it transcends that a lot of people don't know the difference between price and value. They
Yes,
equate the two. And it's not
Right.
equal. The value of something is more times than not going to be greater than the price. So in this, for them to
Mhm.
get that much land for pennies on the dollar, basically, is if you don't know history, those who don't know history are bound to repeat it. It's the same thing as when the former slaves, the ones that did get that land, because it is a popular mantra that the slaves didn't, but there were slaves that did get their 40 acres and a mule. But for people who do not understand the value of a dollar, who do not understand the value of property ownership. Now, I know about the tax thing. And here's one thing: if you have a family and they can get together, there are ways to bring those taxes down. But
That's
it
facts.
it goes it goes
yeah.
to learning and teaching. But if nobody wants to stick together in order to make that happen, then of course that things like that is going to happen.
Yeah.
There are
Right.
tax
We
laws
can't
saying
come
if
together
somebody's
enough
living
to
on it,
solve anything like that.
Because then
they
We can't
looking at the
come
dollar.
together enough.
They
then
looking
the
at the dollar.
yeah, and then the crab in the barrel effect gonna come into play. Because you got some family in the small communities. I grew up in Cross. That's the majority of my family from. So now as you look at it, most of the family they move away. They went to New York, Boston, Florida, whatsoever. So they done had some, hardships and some growing pains back then. So some of them don't want to come back home. You know what I'm saying? Then now you got to look at this too. When last y'all guys been to Charleston? When last y'all been to Somerville? When last you been to Goose Creek? When y'all last been to Mount Scorner? So
Bro,
yeah,
it's building up like a mug over there, bro.
okay. So you can
All those
see.
places.
So you can see all the multi-million or billion dollars companies coming in. So
Yeah.
once was the rural area is no longer a rural area. I mean,
Mhm.
Mount Scorner is a city limit. Mount Scorner city limit stretch all the way out to Macedonia. Somerville, you see all the way to Ridgeville because they got the Walmart distribution out there. They got apartments. They got a
Right.
red light in in Ridgeville, South Carolina. They got a red light, bro. A red light. A
You like
red
the
light,
red
bro.
light district?
They got a
You like
red
the
light
red light
because
district?
No.
they got Volvo there. So they
Oh, okay,
combine.
okay. Yeah.
So the thing is, and I'm gonna talk on what Josh was saying about the family cutting, sold the land and the property. Okay, so with Volvo built a plant right there in Ridgeville, South Carolina. So what they did, they offered some people some money. They took it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe they need it. Everybody got their own story or why they need money or they don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta look at this. This train gotta come through St. Stephen's side, back of cross on parallel to 6, and it's going parallel behind some homes, family homes of mine. So they had a town hall meeting. Some people still fighting because they don't want that rail to go behind their houses. Because you got to remember, in Graniteville, South Carolina, a couple years ago, when they had that chemical spill, and people still being still affected by that because that chemical spill. So exactly. So you don't know what these trains are hauling. So some of the families like, man, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell it. Some say, no, I'm not going to sell it. This is been handed down from generation to generation. So now I can remember when I left Walterboro and went to Cross to help my dad out. So Cross is just like roughing. So again, Walterboro High School, you go to high school, you're going grade 9 to 12th. Cross High School, you're going from 7th grade to 12th. So, exactly. So, and I can remember, I can count on one hand. Well, I said both of my hands. I say it was like 10 white kids there at that school. You know what I'm saying? But now I see more white kids in that school now more than blacks. I see that community, the areas which used to have been wooded, then are cut down. They got marginal homes built up there. There used to have been like a summer spot, but now they got a house out there now. Because they're bringing businesses like Boeing's, they're bringing Volvo, bringing Damon Chrysler, Mercedes. You got the Google plant, and you got all these other multi-million-dollar companies coming to South Carolina. Because number one, South Carolina is a non-union state. Number two, they're getting a hell of a tax break.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of we call
benefits.
it benefits and a lot of backroom handshaking and golf playing. You know what I'm saying?
That good old boy network. You know what I mean?
There it goes.
That good old boy.
There it goes.
The one thing that I gotta agree with what Kawami said. Man,
reading is fundamental.
Yeah, you're right.
Y'all bugging.
But like I said, like family land and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? He explained it. It's messed up. It's real messed up, but it's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, maybe it all starts with education. And I don't mean the education from the classroom. I mean the education that, let's say, like Kwame was saying, those that went to New York and Boston and Philly and out west or wherever. But think about this. A lot of those people that left, they came back when they were older. Once they got their pension, their retirement, they hit 60, say like, look, I want to go back, and you had to have foresight. And if you don't have foresight, then you have to have people around you with foresight and say, yeah, you might sell this now, but what happens if? What happens if you have to see the full spectrum. If all you see is one avenue, then of course that's the only avenue And if the people that you roll with only travel on that same avenue, that's all of you know. So it's important to have people who have traveled different roads to give you those options. Everybody loves options when it comes to everything else, but except for when it comes to these real issues in life. And like I said, and looking forward. If you have kids, if you have grandkids, you have nieces and nephews, whatever it is that you can consider your lineage that's on the same family tree, and you want to look out for them, you have to look forward. People talk about paying it forward when they want to do nice things for people and XYZ. How about let's focus on the family? And it doesn't have to be by blood, but the family. If we focus enough on that and we share the knowledge and ideas that we have, sure, not everybody's going to agree. It's not meant for everybody to agree. But at least if you plant that seed, if you could plant the seed in people's minds, and then they see it happening elsewhere, that may be the fertilizer for that seed to grow. It might not grow because I gave it to you, but as you go on 4 or 5 years down the road and you see other people doing the same thing and you see the fruit that it produces, you say, oh shoot, so that actually can happen. Is that opportunity still available? We shouldn't jump at something just because somebody wants to pay us for something, because you best believe that whatever they're willing to pay you, it's worth more.
Yeah,
It's definitely going to be worth more.
And it's according to your product you got. If you got the right product.
Right, but it's always, they're not going to pay you what it's worth. They're going, because they know if they're paying you a lot, then you already know they have plans to make even more off of it. So I don't know how this works, because I'm not into real estate and things like that, but I do know people who are. So if I have questions, I go to them. But I would never sell my land. I might lease it to you, but you can't own it. You're gonna pay me. You're gonna pay me more than enough for me to pay the taxes or whatever each year, and for me to have a little something extra in my pocket. But you can't have it.
So what you feel about this the situation about the elderly lady in Hilton Head, South Carolina? They was going after a property, been in a family for years and years, and they kept upping the property taxes. I know Snoop invest money, Tyler Perry invest money. Then he turned around and said, you know what? Ain't no need to fight with these folks. Let them have the land. I'll build you a house. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: I felt about the situation. I thought some of our kids or relatives should step up and say, no, we're gonna keep this property. You know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing him to buy, build him a house. You know what I'm saying?
But
once again, it goes to value. Not everybody's not going to have the same value, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
What's valuable to me, especially since it is something that's been in the family for how long, and there has
100 years. 100 years.
So for the tax laws, I mean, there's something with the tax laws, and I believe those. I may be mistaken, but I believe those are local tax laws that they've been changing over time to try to get that land, because there is something on the back end that they're trying to build in that area.
Listen, nobody said it great about 45. He said it when he was debating. He was on stage with Obama and he was with Clinton, and then he's saying that y'all wrote the tax laws, so I know the loopholes. So so
there you go. There you go, right there.
I can't get mad.
You can't hate on that man for that, man.
I cannot get mad.
You can't get mad at Trump for that.
No, you can't.
Where is our people that know the loopholes that can help in situations like this?
I cannot get mad at any white person for going into the loophole, because at the end of the day, we got so many loopholes. So, I mean, I can't get mad at it. And I mean, if I could shoot through the loophole, but at the same time,
I won't say it's a black thing or white thing. Dealing with the loophole is a call about having a mind to read and study on the situation.
Education.
There you
go.
Hey, Kwame, come on, though,
yes, sir.
Come on, Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Most black people don't know nothing about no tax loopholes, man.
Oh, you right.
We may have found out.
You probably got five or six in a bunch that do know.
Don't know about no damn tax laws, man. Yeah.
But here it goes back to what I said earlier. Those that do know, they have to be willing to share that information. You have to align.
The uppity niggas, though. Them the uppity niggas.
No. OG, I ain't gonna lie. If you want to keep it 100, Drew is going to be the one person, and Kwame is going to be the person that knows the tax law. Me and you.
Oh, hold up now. Pause.
I would take that. I don't know shit.
Pause. Pause. Listen, hold up.
You uppity.
Hold up. Hey, Josh, hold your mule in the field.
With Amazon, all the tax laws.
Y'all know tax law. Y'all know tax
So
law. Like,
no. So now, yeah, we know because it's been exposed. But then when we was in school, we didn't worry about no tax laws. We was worried about getting out mama and daddy house. We were worried about seeing what soft legs we can get up with. You know what I'm saying? Going to college or whatever. We wasn't thinking about that. There was a very, very few of us had that mindset of becoming a lawyer, becoming a doctor, dealing in real estate and stuff like that. It's a very handful of us was thinking about that.
Shit, man.
oh, Kwame, I ain't trying to play you or nothing like that. I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? Drew, his mind thinks different. You know what I'm saying? Like me and OG, we just sit back like, you know what I'm saying? Different.
So you got to listen, Josh. Listen what you're saying now, bro. We didn't. It's level to this. You understand? We didn't get to this point overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You build a house brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? So we had a foundation. We went to school. We pay attention, and then we didn't pay attention. So you built that. That foundation got built. So you get to that. You know, growing pain. You make some mistake. I ain't gonna do that again, and you keep moving forward. Then you on the course. You're like during your path of life. You're gonna meet people. You're gonna meet people go hang with you, and you're gonna meet people try to take you off your path, and you're gonna meet people just don't care about you. So you're gonna remember that. You're going to remember this guy sitting told you something about XYZ, about a stock or whatever. You're going to remember that. You're going to listen to the young man talking about, yo, that broad, she doing all this and that and the third. You're going to halfway listen to it. Now, young man, he'll jump on it. But older person ain't never had headache and drama. So, you know, you keep going on. Now, come on, bro.
You know
All
what?
I know about the tax laws is they take too much out my goddamn check.
Hey, only thing I can say, only advice I can get to you, G, is move out of South Carolina. Go to a tax-free state. Either go to Florida or go to Florida, or come to Tennessee, or go to Texas.
Hey, I take that shit back. I take it back. Kwame, yo, I take the shit back. I'm
Man, hey, listen, I'm saying that as a joke. If my mom come here and bring a truck and back up to the house and say, I'm taking you back to South Carolina, I said, man, mom, you got to take me to jail because I ain't going back.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I go to jail too. Fuck that. Man, you're in a good spot.
Although my mom stays, like, we from Hollow Hill. My mom stays in Columbia. My sister stays in Spartanburg. My brother stays in Florida. I'm in Orangeburg. We are not in Hollow Hill. And I told people, I said, yo, when we leave, I said, y'all gonna miss us. And they thought we were playing. And then they said, why y'all don't come back to the hood? What you think?
Man, it changed, but the South Carolina changed a whole lot from what was growing up to now. It changed a whole lot. It changed a whole lot. Some of the old generation in and die off. And these young kids now they seen the light. You know, same thing. Like we was talking, off the clock. It was talking about racism. You know what I'm saying? People not born to be racist. You know, they taught to be racist. You know what I'm saying? So they taught that way. So it just all that stuff is dying out now. You got more, white kids, more influence about our culture. You know what I'm saying? So they're woke now. So they see a lot, and then do their parents agree with it? No, some do, some don't. But guess what? We gotta live in the same world, in the United States together. Now it could be worse. We can be over there, like what's going on over in Israel and all that stuff. So that's a different level.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this: y'all got kids, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got kids, right?
You know we got kids, Josh. We got adults.
No, I'm saying. But at the same time, you gotta teach your kids right and stuff like that. So you cannot subject them to certain things that you was growing up to. So you gotta try to teach them. Nah, all right, you can't do this and that because they're used to social media, and you're not used to social media. That's the thing.
Man, them damn kids ain't listening to nobody, man. They think they know every fucking thing. That's why I don't say nothing to them. Oh, excuse me, I ain't know. I forgot we was on live Facebook. They think they know every effing thing. You ain't gonna listen to nobody.
Here's the thing.
Can't tell
Here's
them
the thing with that. I learned, okay, when I was working in the school system, right?
I mean, let's be
First thing
honest
I
now. Let's
did-
be honest.
No, but listen to this. When I was working in the school system, I was working with some of these knuckleheads. Understand? First thing I did when I came in, I let them know I'm not your friend. I'm here to do a job. And I think that too many times parents have that blurred line between being a good parent, being a friendly parent, being their friend.
But
Because once you
They're friends.
and
friends.
hold on.
But see, nowadays,
even
grandma
goes-
was 35, bro.
Well, you gotta keep them away from grandma. If grandma ain't gonna do right, that's the whole thing. You're gonna have to sacrifice at some point when it comes to raising your kids.
but
At
listen,
some point, you can't go out and party. You know, if
They
it's up to
ain't gonna
grandma,
listen. If they ain't gonna listen, I'm not.
gonna do.
If my kids ain't listening to me, I ain't sacrificing nothing. No.
so Drew, you gotta understand how the system,
Yeah,
how
they
the,
on.
Drew, we understand how the system is designed. The system's not designed for a family household to raise these kids. Everything's going up. Matter of fact, you see the CEO from the Realtor Association stepped down because they was hiking up the the rates. So that shows you right there. So what I'm saying that family, one single mothers and fathers, they got to work 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet. These kids are home now. Back then, when we was 11, 12 years old, we've been in the house by ourselves. Exactly. Now these kids are doggone 5 and 6. Either they're in the playground in McDonald's while their mom or dad are working, or across the park playing. So the TV is teaching them, and then they're teaching them, or excuse me, they are programming them. They're programming these kids because all these shows on. It's good to say this and that and third. I mean, come on, you're promoting, especially with the Instagram and the Facebook and the Twitter and what's the other, TikTok. I mean, come on, little kid in the backseat talking bullshit. Come on now, that's you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That shit
you know
is
how we like
funny
to say
right
problems
there,
and solutions.
Uh-huh.
That shit
You know
is
we like
funny right there.
Yeah, it is fine. I hate to laugh at it, but but when you look at what happens before he comes on, you understand it.
Yeah.
But we like to deal with problems and solutions. Now, part of the solution, we see the problem. What's the solution? The solution is we have people who can watch the kids, but you have a lot of parents who don't want their kids to listen to anybody except for them. So once again, it takes that strong foundation that in the house. Now, we may want to pick different people that we have kids with. That may be one of the best starting points. Pick different people who we have our kids with. Find out what type of parenting style that person has. Because a lot of times you have one lax and one strict.
Man, listen, you can't.
It takes discipline.
I'm gonna tell you
exactly, but you can't trust nobody with your kids now, man. These kids growing up so fast. You can't. I'm gonna say it. You can't trust your uncle or aunt with your kids. You know what I'm saying?
It's been like that though. The crazy thing has been like that.
Yeah.
I can trust.
It wasn't as bad though back in the day though, bro.
Yeah, I can trust.
I think it was. I think we just didn't know about it because social media.
Yeah.
No social media, so we don't know how
we
bad
had
it was. But
it was more community. It was more community back then. We had more community.
Right.
We don't have a community now.
Once again, you know what I'm saying? It goes back to in order to have a strong community, you had to be a part of a strong community. But we have a lot of people who don't want to be a part of the community. They want to be an individualist.
Right.
They want to don't worry about what's going on in my
That's
house.
what it's about now.
And who
It's
is
about
that?
individualism.
Dude.
But don't want to be individuals when it comes to the things that
Come on, Henry. Touchdown. Oh, my bad.
Dude, who is that?
Henry Discord.
Say it, Drew.
On the Steelers.
Yeah, that's some bull right here.
Oh, we got. Man, we do have a Titans fan and a Steelers fan. Oh shit.
He's a Titans fan this year.
But no,
Oh no.
I support the
You
home
know-
team now.
Kwame, you ain't no fair with a fan, is you?
Nah,
Man,
You
listen,
ain't no
let
fair.
me
I
tell you
want
this.
to.
Let me
Nah,
tell you this.
I
Yeah, I think I know we're getting off a path right now, but in our previous podcast, I told you that when Vic left and everybody started moving around, that was it. So I support the Panthers because I was home living in Carolina. But I'm in Tennessee now, so I support the doggone they go light bright. God dang. What's that? No bow
What's
tie
happening,
tonight?
man?
No bow tie tonight, brother?
What's up,
HD.
Drew?
No final call tonight?
What's up, man?
That's Howard. Howard
Yeah.
Hewitt.
Yeah.
When the
What's
next
up,
album
Drew?
coming out, bruh?
Huh?
When the next album coming out, bruh?
I know, right? You heard it, right? I was waiting for this remix.
What's up, fellas?
Not much, man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Yeah, I just thought
What's
I'd get
up,
on
man?
for a little bit. I've been doing the sales thing, so y'all know how it is. I know
What's
y'all
going on?
because all these brothers right here, y'all doing it. Y'all here, y'all
Yeah,
making
man.
that money. Y'all making
Man, please. I got a stack of encyclopedia in the garage. You can sell them too. I just got the A through P. That's all I got. I don't know the rest.
That's old school. That's old school, man.
Oh my gosh. I had one
What's
out with
so?
each room.
What's up, Kwame? What's going on?
What's up, HD? What's going on, man?
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
What's
no,
happening with
man.
you, bro?
Just trying to make it happen, man. That's it, baby.
Oh,
You know?
Hey, matter of fact, if everybody on the internet thing, turn your internet off and put your Wi-Fi on.
what?
I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell that's supposed to mean, but
Yes,
He's
Yes.
so
yes, yes. You want to save money? This is my dog.
do not listen to that
Lord
man.
have
Do
mercy.
not turn your internet off.
You told us you told us to turn our fucking damn data off, and you told us to turn our Wi-Fi on. So what you talking about?
Oh, well, in that case, then that's a little bit different. Because
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
mine automatically cuts on and off when it recognizes that I have a Wi-Fi connection. So
yeah. You trying to play us? Nah, motherfucker.
ain't
You
nobody
trying to
playing
play?
you there. I ain't never. Hey, as a matter of fact, I just so I got you on the record here. I ain't never calling your ass 6'9". I'm gonna call you 6'8" forever.
Nah, you can call me Josh.
I don't give a damn if you 6'9" or not. I ain't calling no nigga 6'9".
So you're not gonna call me Josh? You're not gonna call me Josh?
That's almost like Cedric Entertainment said, hey, chocolate, come here. What's his name?
Delicious.
I ain't calling no damn man chocolate, man. What's up with you?
Nah, delicious.
Delicious, right.
Delicious.
You gonna tell me his name Delicious. Man, I'm a grown ass man, dude. I ain't calling no man Delicious.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But yeah, welcome. We're gonna welcome HD to the show here. This is our second foray using StreamYard. And I'm telling you live now, we are live on Facebook on my page, and it's also going straight to the Funky Uncle Presents channel. That way there's no copy and pasting or doing anything to put it there. It's going straight there now. So we have people that can look back and see what's going on, and maybe they want to jump on the show and talk about some things, ask some questions. We definitely encourage anyone to come on and ask a question, see what the panel thinks, and get things going. That's how we get done.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we were talking about negative energy earlier. I just had an incident where I ran into someone who's bitter, 30 plus years of being bitter, and they haven't been able to get over
Whoa,
that.
whoa. 30 plus years of being bitter?
30 plus years of being bitter. It has to be. I haven't known the person 30 something years, but from talking to them, it goes back just about that far. 30 plus years. I know.
Talk about this shit.
So when we were talking about Arrested Development, that joker got life. I'm just saying.
Drew, all jokes aside, 30 years?
30 years, bro.
Nah, man. Hey, yo, I'm
Bruh, I'm telling you, I know somebody else personally, a family member that I can think of that has over 40 years of Arrested Development. So it is a real issue. And when some people, they just become so comfortable in doing what they know that maybe, just maybe, the thought of growth scares them, or it gets them to, acting the way they act, gets them the attention that they're used to and they can expect. So,
hey, Howard, we gotta get this internet working because this shit gonna be good. So I'm sitting back. Let's go. Let's go. Nah, let's go.
Kwame stupid.
Huh?
Kwame so stupid.
We talking
You
about?
already know, bro. I ain't messing with you.
No,
I
I'm good.
Say that to G.
No, I'm good.
ain't messing with y'all. I'm gonna sit here and be mad that we ain't. Okay, we got a good play. That's good. But yeah, yeah. The only regular we missed.
What I miss, man? What I
Kwame
miss,
is
man?
silly. Kwame over here being silly.
Oh, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, Drew.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's like, okay, the whole thing to me is for us to progress, be it as an individual, in a small group, in a large group. It's going to take some discipline. It's going to take a whole lot of understanding, and it's going to take a willingness to change and go. And what the biggest thing is, there's got to be a willingness to go against the grain, because culture, society, pop culture, society has been pushing us backwards for so long that you have to fight to go against the grain. It's like swimming against a current, a strong current. And some people say, why bother? Let me let the current, take us. I saw a video the other day. I wish I could post it on here, but we will be able to do that at a later date. G already confirmed it. This guy asked this girl, can you name me 3 countries? She said Canada. She said North Carolina, and she struggled with a third. And I'm sitting here like, you got to be kidding me. Then he asked her another simple question. I can't remember what the second question was, but it was something real simple. No, he said, oh, this is what it was. He said, if I tell you it's 9:15, what time is it? That joker said 4:00.
I know you
She
lied.
said, she had to think about it for a while. She thought about it for a little while. Then she said 4:00. And then his third question was, can you name me 3 Kardashians? She rattled them off. You got to be.
I tell you where they put their value at, man.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, there you go, Russell.
Man, hey, to piggyback off that, Drew, I saw an article online where they're putting cursive writing back in schools.
Wow.
Kids don't know how to write in cursive, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
OG. Let me hop on that shit. Me and my daughter got into a serious conversation, and she was like, "Oh, Can I get paid for allowance or something else? I'll pay you stuff like that. This girl's gonna tell me, clean up my room and stuff like that. I'm not paying you to clean up your room. I'll pay you to rake the yard. I'll pay you to mow the yard. I'll pay you to do everything. I'm not paying you doing no shit in the house. Boy, she got upset. Yeah, she got upset, and I looked at her and said, "So you want to get funky? You want to get
You want to
funky?
get funky with the funky uncle?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my whole thing is like this. I don't want to do no shit like that, but you want to get funky?"
Right. I think the whole part of this whole developmental society that we live in, culturally, I think a lot of people in this era, and then that from the days that like we used to, like what you all are talking about, like now. I mean, the notion that is to be expected is not. You know, we why would I, like you said, pay somebody to do something that is a part of or should be a part of your natural habitat? This is your living, this is your space, this is your house on the inside. You know, on the outside, extracurricular, things or whatever, more than law, like you said, or whatever, that's something totally different. Even like to the point of let's just say, for instance, a relative want to ask you for some money. After a while of having to do the same over and over again, after a while, you start to question. Well, now you can't even ask the question. Okay, well, what are you doing with your money? And they get you a popping attitude about it or whatever. Okay, well, what's that all about? I can't ask you a question about what I'm giving my money to and why. I mean, maybe I could help. I mean, do you need, help with maybe trying to budget or whatever? Can I ask that question?
The Creator's blessed me. Go ahead. I was just about to say the Creator's blessed me with family members that pay back, so I'm good on that.
Oh no. It just some you got some family. I'm saying you out there. I've heard situations. I know about them. So, but that's what I'm saying. You can't ask the question.
We as black folks are quick to get in our feelings about shit, man.
Man, listen.
Quick to do that.
And my suggestion is something that I've tried. I don't know if it's going to work for everyone. It probably won't work for everyone, but a little something is better than a lot of nothing. But the things that we want to incorporate in our kids, when their friends come over, they have to follow the same rules. Take it back to, in order for us to get back to where we were, we had people that know about it had to take it back to how it was when we came up. If you went over to somebody's house and their rules were XYZ, those were the rules that you followed. Point blank, period. Yeah. And if you can't respect my house enough to follow those rules, then you don't come over.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. And and sometimes you're going to get, maybe out of 10 friends, you're going to get 1 or 2 who's going to take that and see that as something good when they get older. And that's going to be your carbon footprint, because something that you instilled in someone else years and years and years ago, they're going to carry it, something good as opposed to something bad. We can always instill something bad. Oh, they see you drinking, they see you smoking, they see you do X, Y, Z. Oh, they're going to get, they can get to a point where they want to do it. But how about something simple? Turn off the lights when you leave a room. Something simple. Don't leave, you see the AC on, don't stand there with the door open. Ain't nobody trying to air condition the whole neighborhood. It starts off little things like that, but then it goes to manners. It goes to certain other things that you do, some certain mannerisms, character. You can, if you at my daughter's spot and I can't correct you when you're doing wrong, nah. So you got to understand, because if your parents don't correct you, somebody's got to teach you that once you get out in the world, people are going to correct you and you're going to have to get used to it. Understand that
plus, over here is different. Over here is different rules, man. So
you got over here we teaching you the world.
Square.
Right. Over here we teaching you the world. You can live in that Disney fantasy with your parents, but understand you're gonna get at least a taste of what's coming up once you get out of Disneyland.
Right.
Well, you stupid.
Yeah, that's what it is,
So,
man.
yeah, but I just think those of us like the Funky Uncles, people that watch the Funky, people that support the Funky, and I want to, say shout out to all of them. Thanks to everybody who said, "Yo, keep
Yes,
doing
we
what you do."
appreciate them, man.
We do appreciate the support. More than you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
More than you know. And so those that hear this, try some of these things. Push this on, because as a community, we have to be stronger.
Yeah.
And we can't let pop culture, the current society, or whatever the new norms are, just break up any chance of us really moving forward in a positive way. We can't let that happen. There's never going to be the majority in our lifetime. Those of us, we all in the third quarter, halftime, whatever part we are in life, late second quarter,
right,
whatever it is, it takes an entire game,
right.
And it's in order for that entire game to be won, it's going to have someone who's even before the first quarter. They're going to have to be prepared before the first quarter, and that's going to be the kids of our kids, the unborn right now. The kids have to be the coaches, and then by the time their kids start, then they start the first quarter, and they'll be the ones that are able to make the necessary changes. We had to be comfortable with being Moses, being able to see the promised land, but not crossing into it.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, Drew. I'm all for what you're saying, brother. I want the Black community to do as well as we can. But if them kids ain't listening, I ain't wasting my time with them, man. That's just where I'm at. And like you said we in the third or fourth quarter or late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Hey, man. In my 20s, I sacrifice. In my 30s, I sacrifice. In my 40s, I sacrifice. In my 50s, it's all about me, bro. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm all for people doing well. I want to see the Black community do good. But I'm going to put me first, man.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I see me and us. So I can say I'm putting myself first, but I see me and us. So if we ain't doing well, then everybody's definitions about things. That's something else I talk about all the time. People will see something that have different definitions for it, but everybody's definition isn't going to be the same. However, it is within that the world moves at the right pace. Because remember, if you look into a watch, not all the cogs are the same size, and they don't all move at the same speed. So you have to remember, everybody wants these carbon copies. We can't have carbon copies. We have to have something different in there, because that something different makes for the balance, and there must be a balance.
Yeah,
I believe in hope, and and there's nothing wrong with that. And I understand the need for having unconditional love. That's basically what we're talking about. So to deny that, especially in a time when we have no time, because as the scripture says, life is but a myth. It's a mist, and before you know it, your life is over. So a lot of things are time based, such as like with women bearing children, or men in their older age, and say, well, hey, just like what Russell was saying, it's over. I would still argue that there is still yet hope. For it may not be for everybody, but whatever that means to anybody, is there is some form of or some sort of sacrifices that we make each and every day. We may not be aware of it, but it is out there. There is that hope still, whether you say it verbally or you feel it internally. It says that the outward man perish, but the inner man is renewed daily. So whether you speak it, it's in you, it's in it. So with that, I like I said, I say that you always have you always have a choice to make, in that regard.
Right.
So
Well, I want to just tell all the listeners and the men of this panel, and men in general, but black men in particular, protect your peace and put yourself first, man. Because if you know the state of the current society and what's going on with the opposite sex and what they talking about and what they doing, man, look here. Don't fall for it, brothers. Put yourself first. Work hard, stack your money, go to the gym.
And eat right. And eat better. Eat better.
Right. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it's about, man. You know
and
what I'm
this
saying? We got to take care of ourselves, man.
Yeah, they focus so much sometimes on the body that they forget the mind. Don't forget that part. That's the most important part, because this allows that. Sometimes
it works in conjunction. Yeah.
Yes,
definitely, definitely.
And it's been known that sometimes, even when exercising in a physical capacity, can induce certain hormones in your brain to get you to thinking better, and thereby you're making your workouts even that much better because your mind is functioning better. So it's obvious the mind is very important. It's very important.
It's like that when you eat different too. I noticed it when I went straight vegan for a little while, and I was like, yo, my mind, I mean, it's like my thought process was different. My mind was clearer. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to get back to that. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you, it isn't easy, but once again, discipline is the key. And it's worth it. In the long run, it's worth it.
And discipline is a mindset. Everything is a mindset. It starts up here.
And Drew, earlier you mentioned change. Well, in order for things to change, you have to put the work in.
Yeah.
Guess what? A lot of our people in the black community don't want to do. Put the work in.
Because that requires
change requires work, and that's some hard work, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And there will be sacrifice.
Most of the black community don't want to do it, man. They don't. I'm not trying to be a downer or a negative person, but I call it like I see it, man. I check the temperature every day on the black community, and we got a lot of work to do, bro.
Let's talk about that in terms of what do you feel is considered a culture or a color? Because I could say that, for instance, like you mentioned, maybe blacks have certain tendencies, but do you consider, for instance, a Jamaican a black person, or an African a black person, or do you consider all those different cultures because they all have different tendencies that may not land in the African American culture spec, or we label us versus them a little bit differently?
The American black more than anything.
Great question, HD. Great question.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
All other ethnicities, well, we may get along in pockets in different factions of life. As a collective, they don't like us, man. Now, you may have your different opinions of that, but just look at what's going on around you. Who is in the ghettos and all the slums of America? Who usually resides there? So yeah, we I think it's damn, I lost my thought, man.
Old age kicking in.
But hey, when you get 50 years old, it's
hey.
So what was I talking about again?
It's been I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
I just woke up.
3:30. I've been up since 1:30, G. But listen, y'all. Well, y'all, I'm about to get up.
But you ain't been in the truck all day driving a truck. You've been in the
office. Well, hold up now. Hold up now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've been in the truck at 3 o'clock this morning. I jump out at 7:30, and I went to my other job at Amazon, and I was training folks in the hostel truck. So I've been in the truck.
Oh, you drive big trucks too?
I train people to drive big trucks.
You train people. Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
so check this out. I'm about to take my behind the bed, but I got to get up at 1:40 in the morning. But
Yeah,
listen,
I'm right behind
Johnny,
you, dog.
I think Johnny, I met you middle school? I met you in middle
Something
school, right, Johnny? And then Derek, we've been doggone kindergarten. No, kindergarten to now, man. Listen, and then Light Bright and Josh, I just met y'all. But but the thing is this, what I'm saying is, man, this ain't no checkout speech or anything. I ain't going nowhere. I'm healthy. I'm strong. My mental health is intact. But at 12 o'clock, I'll be 52 years old, bro. And it's a
That's
pleasure
what's
being
up,
in
bro.
this walking in the land of
Happy
living.
birthday, bro, in advance.
Happy
man.
birthday, Circle K.
And then
What
you
God
know,
bless
you call
you. See
himself,
another one,
Kwame?
brother. God bless you. See another one.
KC.
yeah,
Ooh yeah.
Salute.
there you go.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is this, man. We have friends and families that y'all play football together, basketball together, sat at the same lunch table together, walk down the road. We fought together, all that, and they done gone. But still, we still remember those persons, the individuals, and hey, we got life goes on, man, and we learn from our mistakes, make things better, teach people to be better. Johnny, I know you say you gonna talk to them kids, but you got to, man.
Nah, I ain't got that. I'm gonna tell you, I talked to my son, but that's about it. And
Yeah.
and if he
He
don't
be like,
listen,
"F
his
them
ass got to
kids."
go too. He don't get no special treatment. He don't listen, his ass got to go.
Yeah,
No,
but I
hell
mean,
no. Get this shit.
that's just how the
Yeah,
that's
across
just how the
board,
culture
dog.
is. This is how the culture is, and like this young lady, she went in the Air Force and she married this guy. Well, excuse me, she married this woman, and then she was aggressive and fought her a couple times, so she got divorced. Then she been doing what she was doing for a couple years. Then 3 years later, she came home with a man and said, "Oh, this is my husband." She didn't tell her family, so he was very abusive and everything, trying to get away from him. He kept going back together, back and forth, back and forth. So the thing is this: is that some people believe that you got to get hit on or cuss out. That's love. That's the mindset that these kids are being raised as. You know what I'm saying? If I got to put hands on you or yell or cuss at you,
Right.
we ain't going down like that. I ain't got time for that.
Right.
Nope.
So
Nope.
yeah,
But hey,
I'm
yeah,
not
man.
going
Hey,
through it.
keep going with our final thoughts, gentlemen. I'm gonna
yeah.
shut it down at 10 o'clock. I gotta lay it down, brother.
Okay,
So
final thoughts. Go ahead, HD. Since you were the last one on, let you go next.
I have nothing but a prayer, man, and I'd like to thank God for having each and every one of you collectively together coming on this forum. I'd like to have a blessing on each and everybody individually, as in their own households, and those who are collectively trying to, just as we on this live feed, try to bring together a community and spirit and in truth, that we come together as one in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
amen,
All right,
brother.
Big Six. Big Six. He done checked out. Them
He talking about he
daughters
wants
was
some
getting in
waffles. He said he wants some waffles.
Big Six, them girls have jumped on his neck. He's screaming for help right now. They put the mute button on.
Yeah,
He think
they done took it
Flex.
back, man.
Flex. He think about waffles and parfait.
All right, brothers. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, all right.
Peace. All right.
Peace.
See you later, DG. Have a good one, brother.
All right. And to
Yeah,
shut it down,
so
I'll just say, let's not be afraid of growth.
Amen.
Let's not be afraid to be different. Let's not be afraid to go against the grain, because when it's all said and done, you can't call yourself an original when all you're acting like is a carbon copy.
ATG.
absolutely. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Hey, man, once again, fabulous show. I appreciate you, gentlemen, for the impromptu link and requests. And like I say, man, we're going to try to do it either Wednesday or Thursday night. And
Okay.
this weekend also, man, on my sports channel, HD, G to QB Sports channel I got. We're going to try to get over there Saturday night, man. And
let me know about
we-
it, bro.
Okay, yeah, D man, we gonna try to do that Saturday night. And
All
so,
right.
but thank you,
sure.
gentlemen, man. Y'all making it happen, man, and I appreciate you guys, man. I really
Most
do.
definitely.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
Well, y'all have a good night and be safe, brothers.
All right,
Funky
Russell.
Uncle salute.
All right. Peace.
Damn.
Salute, bro. Salute.
Salute.
Peace.